Hi, Jay Reimers.
Hi.
This is Coffee with Cool People with my husband, Jay Reimers. The people have been clamoring for this. They want you to co-host the show with me. What do you think about that? See that reaction?
Yeah.
This is why he's not co-hosting the show. He's going to be a subject of coffee.
A lot of things are my thing, but live TV is probably not one of them.
We've been married since, when did we get married?
2013.
September of 2013. Doesn't that feel like a really long time, or does it feel like a short amount of time being married to me? Answer this question carefully.
Well, I feel like we were married just for like a couple years, and then kids come, and then it's kind of different.
When we talk about you on the show, or people message, they talk a lot about hockey, because Jay played hockey for many, many years. When you think about like your playing days, what do you think about?
Well, I mostly think about fun. I got to act like a 10-year-old till I was 27 years old.
Like, your relationships with your friends are so important and so deep and so special.
Yeah, there's a couple different reasons why that is. There's like, you know, growing up playing just like athletics for your association or your city that you live in, there's still like a good bond, but college is kind of special and unique in a couple different ways. Of one is you're becoming an adult. Those years when you're trying to figure out life and you're trying to become independent, and you're going to war with those guys, and that's why those bonds are so special. You know, you look up to the upperclassmen, and then the younger guys look up to you, and it's just kind of, that bond is something that you can't really get. And then when you get to pro, everyone's out for themselves. And so the bond is really hard to find unless you're on a winning team. When everyone's winning, that's a different thing.
How do you feel about doing this rink out in our backyard, and then our kids going to play hockey?
I'm gonna let them do whatever they want to do, but I'm not gonna force them into playing hockey. If they want to play hockey, that's great.
I don't know if you know this, but we have a 7-year-old. We've been parents for over 7 years.
I know, it's crazy.
What about being a dad? Do you feel like you expected that you were going to be like that as a dad? And maybe what are some things that surprised you that you were going to be as a dad? Because Jay did start this by saying this was going to be the crabby dad edition of Coffee with Cool People. And photographer Seth said he was
Grumpy
proud
dad.
to be part of that too. Oh, grumpy dad.
I didn't know I was going to be that protective. For the boys, it's probably different, but my oldest being a girl, I didn't ever think that I was going to be that affected by her feelings. And I'm glad that she's the oldest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also talk a lot about your golfing, and sometimes I make jokes at your expense on TV about how much you golf. Do you feel okay about that?
Well, when I get the Father's Day gifts from the kids from school, they're like, "What does your dad do?" And he golfs. And it's like, ew. You know, you respect the professionals so much, but they practice and practice and practice and practice.
And they still get crabby about it.
Yeah. I like to play golf when I'm playing good. And when I'm playing bad, I still enjoy it, but it's just not that fun.
What I've learned so much from you is how to not get frustrated by not being good at something right away. And Bernie has this characteristic that I have unfortunately passed along to her. And I feel like you do such a good job of saying, you know, we got to practice. Like, I didn't start out good at anything. It doesn't mean that you don't get mad if you're not good at something, but you see opportunity to get better.
Yeah. I think it's one of the first things that my dad ever told me was, you get good at what you practice. And that can apply to anything.
Let's talk before you go about your coffee consumption. We just got a really exciting coffee machine.
Yep.
Which is funny for a person who's been off coffee for like the last 2 years. And then you told me you got this really great coffee machine. What's your favorite kind of coffee? How much coffee are you consuming?
I've been drinking those flat whites. I do like espresso more than anything.
I want to have the setup so that we can always feel our best here and be working towards feeling our best. Because then, you know, that's the premise of the podcast, Best to the Nest. This is like the space where all the good stuff happens.
Yeah.
And some of the hard stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But
I think that podcast really helps you. Because not only are you just like talking about being that person, you actually are that person. That's big. That's really helpful for this household. We need one of you.
Put it on available.
That's the Valentine's Day card. We need one of you. You know what, Jay Reimers? We need one of you, too. I love you.
I love you.
Thank you for doing this Grumpy Dad edition of Coffee with Cool People with my husband, Jay Reimers, everybody. You're a gem. Love you. Cheers.
Cheers.